Virginia farmer John Boyd has got far more soybeans than he can sell. After China slapped retaliatory tariffs on U.S. farm exports, he's had to stockpile his harvest.
I can't afford to wait another 90 days to find out what's going to happen, with this truce. I need some answers, and I need some answers right now.
But today, the White House says it's agreed to a 90-day truce with China, though China hasn't mentioned a timeline. As the U.S. says it will negotiate on a range of issues, including intellectual property protections and tariffs on U.S. products, including cars. Both sides have agreed China will buy more U.S. goods.
The president has made very clear that there's a pause, but if we don't have a real agreement, the tariffs will increase.
While President Trump has called it an incredible deal, so far, China has only said it will work to open its market and resolve trade issues. A pause in the trade war would leave in place tariffs on $250 billion in Chinese goods, but postpone additional tariffs. Without a formal deal tonight, there continues to be great uncertainty about whether Americans will continue to pay more for goods made in China and whether American exporters and farmers will have a Chinese market to sell to. Tom Costello, NBC News, Washington.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.